What's going on, y'all? It's the Kid J Nolan here. Hey, man, it looks like there's a little bit more Beyonce news out there again. Now, a few months ago, I reported on this issue that she was having with the IRS. She was fighting. They say that Beyonce owes them about $2.7 million. She's saying, no, the fuck, I don't. I'm not giving y'all one red cent, and I'm not going to pay anything until a final judgment is read out in court. Okay? So let's get into it and try to understand what exactly is going on with Beyonce, her financial status regarding the IRS, if she's going to have to actually pay back any taxes. And this is from a few years ago, I believe 2018, 2019. So this is something that's been lingering. They're trying to come in to collect, and Beyonce has her guards up like, nah, y'all not finna play with me. I need some more answers. As it states on Hip Hop DX, they're saying Beyonce may have to go a few more rounds with the IRS as the federal tax agency has ordered her to cough up an eye-watering sum. It's being reported that the IRS has stood by its initial assessment of the Queen's past tax bill and that no errors were made in this assessment. The IRS is demanding $805,000 in taxes and $161,000 in penalties for the year 2018. Not to mention they want $1.4 million in additional taxes and $288,000 in penalties for the year 2019. So that's 2 years of alleged unpaid taxes plus penalties. Moving further than just those numbers, the IRS has promised that they will add compounded interest on top of Beyonce's tax bill until the debt is paid in full. Since Beyonce is planning to continue to contest these rulings, she will not have to pay anything until the final judgment from the federal court is handed down to her and her legal team. As I stated before, Beyonce filed back in April, which was a motion of deferment and a petition against the IRS. As part of her suit, she alleged that the IRS miscalculated and disallowed millions of dollars of taxes, depreciation, management fees, utilities, and other deductions that were supposed to be taken out of her filings, right? So there was a lot of deductions that she was putting in there that for some reason she believes has not been all the way calculated. According to Queen Bee, she says the $868,766 attributable to a charitable contribution carryover reported in 2018 should be disallowed. So she's saying somewhere in the ballpark of over $800,000 should have been taken out, period, because those were charitable donations that were given, which of course she gets a lot of those taken off. Those are tax write-offs for people with big money and just people that understand money. They know that doing charity is a big way that you can get some benefits at the end of the year with your taxes. The petition further stated, on information and belief, respondent erred in determining that qualified business income deductions of about $3,600 reported in 2018 and $14 in 2019 should also be disallowed. Beyonce also argued that the IRS was incorrect when it found that she failed to report about $1,400 in royalty income for 2018. Come on now, how's she gonna miss $1,400? I mean, she makes millions of dollars in royalties, man. Come on. Also contested were penalties assessed by the IRS as a result of accuracy-related errors. Under IRS Code Section 6622, accuracy-related penalties are calculated at 20% of the portion of the underpayment of tax. In both of these returns, Beyonce claimed to have properly reported her royalty income and all deductions. Due to her reasonable and good faith conduct, the singer has argued that accuracy-related penalties should not apply, and if any additional taxes are owed. Now, for anybody hearing this and taking this the wrong way, I want y'all to go ahead and, pipe down. Beyonce is not refuting to pay the taxes because she doesn't have the money. She's refuting the taxes because she genuinely believes that they're making clerical errors from the Internal Revenue Services, okay? She's saying, I'm not finna give y'all money when I've already paid my dues, basically. Like, she's not willing to pay up more. As y'all should know, Beyonce's net worth is somewhere in the ballpark of about $500 million. Now, of course, we know net worth does not mean that's what a person has in their bank account. It means that all of their assets, all of their businesses, the accumulation of all of those things, record sales, royalties, the brand itself, the Beyonce brand is worth about $500 million, okay? Not to mention the fact that the Renaissance Tour has been insanely successful this year. So much so that in select cities, they've had to add more shows, meaning that's more money. Of course, that's more production cost as well, more venue cost as well, but more profits. She's selling merch. She's selling all types of stuff. People are trying to escalate and upgrade their tickets, all of this type of stuff. So you already know she's making hella bank. As a matter of fact, they're projecting that the Renaissance tour generated nearly $500 million on its own. So yeah, the little $2.7 million, I mean, honestly, she could probably wipe her ass with it and pay them with it with the shit still on it. But rich people don't necessarily like giving up money. And the reason why is because, number one, they work extremely hard. Beyonce works her fucking ass off. Even on her off years, she still does a lot, right? But at a time like now, where she's out on the road, she's going from city to city, state to state, country to country, province to province. She's putting on what, like a 3-4 hour concert in each show. She's performing 2, 3, 4 nights in certain cities. She busting her fucking ass for her money, and she's like, no, y'all not getting not one extra red cent. This shit was not accounted for. Y'all talking about millions. And you can see, as I stated in this filing and in her disputes, she's even disputing $1,400 here, $14 there. Like, she's really going through the paperwork saying, that is not owed. That's not owed. This was paid off. What the fuck is y'all telling me? Because me and my team have already gone through everything. We've done all of the research. Y'all motherfuckers got to get it right. Unfortunately, it seems that they're at a stalemate right now because the IRS is not backing down. They're responding and saying, hey, we went back through the paperwork and we stand firm in the fact that you owe us the exact amount, $2.7 million, that we already told you about. The shit's not going anywhere, so you might as well pay up. And even if Beyonce does owe that money, I just want to salute her for going toe-to-toe with these motherfuckers, because out here in America, the IRS is everybody's worst nightmare. Everybody is afraid to go toe-to-toe with them niggas. Everybody is afraid to stand up to them. I think sometimes they be wrong more than they would like to admit. But because they have federal backing, because they have backing of the government, of course, they could tell you whatever. And people bow down, people make payment plans, and people do all of these different things to acquiesce to the IRS because they can put a tax lien on your property. You know what I'm saying? They could force you into bankruptcy. They could force you into a lot of uncomfortable positions. They could try to start seizing your assets if you don't pay up. We've seen some big stars out there that have had to serve jail time. Lauryn Hill, Wesley Snipes, Nas almost had to do jail time. He started having to come out that motherfucking pocket, and we seen him elevate his business and his business acumen to a whole nother level after he had to pay the IRS back. The nigga went from owing money to the government to possibly becoming the next billionaire in hip hop, because once they start putting that pressure on you, they're not going to remove their foot from your neck until you're fully paid off. I think Fat Joe actually served time off of the IRS as well. They don't be fucking around. It's going to be very interesting to see how this continues to play out over time going into next year. We're not sure if this issue is going to get resolved before the new year or if it's going to be compounded into her next year round of taxes and all of that stuff, man. I'm sure she could easily pay this off. Jay-Z could easily pay this off. But again, like I stated, they're not going to give anybody anything that they're not entitled to, and they're at least going to fight it until the very end. So we just got to wait and see what the judges say. Now, I'm quite sure Beyonce is not thrilled with this information coming to light, coming into the press. She's extremely private. She's extremely protective over her family and her unit. So I'm not even sure how this news leaked out. I would think that it's got to be coming from somebody within the government, coming from somebody within the IRS, maybe employees. They're leaking it to the press or something. Somebody clearly wants to pressure her into making these payments. Again, I salute her for standing up and standing strong, 10 toes down, and saying, you motherfuckers ain't getting nothing without a fight. Let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.